Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know I just recently uploaded the part 5 to this series, but some people have been asking for the part 6 and since I had it ready, I decided to upload it. So hopefully you enjoy it as much as you did part 5. If this video helped you out or if you simply want help, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of anime, manga or manhwa content. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with Isekai de Uwamae. A company drone who died from overworking was reincarnated as Sawari, the third son of a merchant in a different world. His specialty is restoration magic and support magic. He uses cheat skills to come up with a new model of business. He decided to use his restoration magic to cure cheap slaves and make them earn money. Although his earnings are steadily increasing, he also has to suffer its consequence of his workload also getting increased. Will he ever be able to live leisurely without working? The beginning of this lazy and relaxing fantasy is starting here. Now, this is not Aram, and honestly, I don't really see it going that way. It's refreshing to have a main character with actual common sense, and with different ideas on how to make money. Even though it's still fresh, I feel like this might be a great read down the line. In number 9 we have the Unrivaled Reincarnated Sage of Another World, the strongest in another world through game knowledges. Now, that's a goddamn title. Due to an unfortunate death, a young man reincarnates under the name Eld, in a world very similar to the VR MMO that he played before his passing. However, this world he found himself in didn't even know what the basic skills were. As the only person with knowledge beyond the populace, Eld sets off on a journey as a level 1 novice to drop change into the strongest class in the world, Sage. Even though it's not something completely new, I still enjoy this read very much. It's simple but nice. It follows most of the cliches of an overpowered main character, for example, but it's still something most of us enjoy in this genre. So why not give it a chance? Number 8 comes with the reincarnated young lady is hungry for commoner food. One day the main character realized that she was a former Japanese and had reincarnated into a different world as Christia, a duke's daughter. However, the food was not up to her expectations. Now, while this one might be out there and not for everyone, it was still something I enjoyed to some degree, and depending on what type of person you are, you might enjoy it too. To give you a better understanding, she remembers her past life in Japan, and everything she eats as a noble is full of sugar, so she decides to introduce new dishes. It's a very simple premises that honestly doesn't go anywhere else, but it's still a good read, so if you think this might be for you, give it a try. In number 7 we have My Companion is the Strongest Undead in the World. Yuma was a timid college student who was summoned to a different world. It was thought that a fun life in a different world would begin with a cheating ability given to you, but what was waiting for him was cold-hearted and cruel treatment. His body is chopped up, fear and severe pain through his body, and it was a living hell that never ends. Why did this happen to me? Aside from his heartbreaking cry, the blessing of immortality continues to regenerate his body. He was made into an experimental animal of researchers who were fascinated by the possibility, but he meets a pretty girl by chance in the facility. After meeting Ava, his life in a different world begins to change greatly. Now, this is a much darker plot than most isekai as you can see, and to be honest, once in a while I really enjoy that. The characters are also very well made, which helps develop the story even more. Honestly, it's a great story that doesn't have major flaws and doesn't follow your usual isekai cliche, so this one you definitely need to read. Number 6 comes with The Girl, the Shovel and the Evil Eye. The main character is way too nice, or rather, was too nice. He lost his life in a bus accident after being bullied into giving up his seat, and somehow was reincarnated into a mining camp. Not only that, the mine is at the base of an impossibly tall tower. It's there that he meets the Ramhorn Hurie, his first friend in this bizarre land, but when she's bullied, he finds that maybe he wasn't reincarnated without powers after all, and that, if he's to have a future in this strange land, Hurie is the partner that he needs. Now this is an absolute gem, it's also the manga that inspired the thumbnail. Even though this might be just another isekai, the way the story is presented or told makes it seem so unique and different that you will get hooked from chapter 1. Besides of course the amazing fights that actually take a lot of thinking and putting to use your skills, one thing that stands out the most is the art. It's absolutely gorgeous and one of the best things about this work. I don't even need to say anything, you came here to find this work. In number 5 we have Peddler in Another World. I can go back to my world whenever I want. After quitting his job at a toxic company, the main character moves into the house his grandmother left him in her will. There he soon makes two life-changing discoveries. 1. His grandmother was really a witch from another world, and 2. Said that the world is just on the other side of the closet door. Thanks to a book she left for him, he also manages to obtain an all-powerful skill called Equivalent Change, which allows him to turn money from his world into otherworldly currency, and vice versa. With this, he decides to set up shop and sell convenient items like matches to the colorful inhabitants of the other world. His plan: make a massive profit on the goods he brings from home to become so rich that he never needs another job again. I always like to see a merchant main character, and this is just like that. The fact that he can come back from this world is something I really like, and I do love to see him introduce modern stuff into a fantasy setting. I really do enjoy this story for many reasons, but if you give it a read, you'll understand them. Number 4 comes with I got caught up in a hero summons, but the other world was at peace. As usual, the titles are extremely big to even fit on the screen, but I'll leave it in the description. When you get summoned to another world, things are supposed to go a certain way. Become a hero, battle monsters, and slay demons, right? But when Kaito gets his summon, things are a little different. First off, he's not even a hero, but it doesn't matter because the world he's been thrust into is at peace. With nothing better to do, Kaito finds himself taking it easy in this unexpectedly mellow fantasy world. Now he can have breakfast in peace, learn magic with the help of a spunky demon girl, go to barbecues, and so much more. Now the main character has a power that lets him interact with people, demons, and gods alike. And that's really what separates this manga from the others. I love to see the interactions between characters and how the story progresses. If you're looking for something heavy on action, this is definitely not the one, because it's more laid back. But this is a really good read that you might find time for. In number 3 we have The Great Cleric, one man's story of turning blood, sweat, and tears into a successful living, literally. After his untimely death as the hardest working salaryman in Japan, Luciel is reincarnated into the magical fantasy world of Galtardia. Always the man with a plan, he recreates himself to be a healer and sets about making his way into the world. But while Luciel knows a thing or two about making money, he knows absolutely nothing about Galtardia. Will his good heart and great work ethic be enough to make him the Great Cleric? Now he becomes a healer, but the healers in this world are greedy, corrupt, and racist toward demi-humans, which makes the main character stand apart from them, since he doesn't want much money for healing people and has no prejudice. This story is quite amazing, and I can tell you it's one of my favorite Isekai stories, because of how well it's made. Without a doubt, something you do not want to miss out on. Number 2 comes with I Shall Survive Using Potions. One day, the supervisor in charge of watching over Earth was taking care of a distortion, when they made a mistake that caused the main character to lose her physical body. Not only that, but reincarnating her into a different, less culturally advanced world is the only thing that can offer to do for her. Not one to take this turn of events sitting down, she makes a demand: the power to create potions at any time she pleases with whatever effects she wants to have. And it doesn't stop there either. She asks for a magical item box, the ability to understand and speak every language, and the same body she had back when she was a 15-year-old girl. Using her newfound powers, she has to try and make a stable life for herself in a whole new world. Now, I cannot say that this story is without its flaws. For example, the comedy they use throughout the story is not really good, but it does have some good aspects to it, like the main character and the art. Not completely original, but still a good read. I'm sure many of you will enjoy this. And in number 1 we have High School Prodigies Have It Easy Even in Another World. You might have heard of this because it has an anime adaptation, but I still think the manga is worth a read, because it is completed with 100 chapters, even though I only found 93 of them translated. In Japan, there are 7 superhuman art schoolers, who are world-class geniuses in various fields ranging from governance to economics and beyond. On one fateful day, these 7 wind up in a plane accident and wake up only to find themselves in another world. Finding themselves in a foreign place where magic and beast people are real, they immediately proceed to panic, or at least that's what would have happened if they were some run-of-the-mill students. If anything, these 7 are actually using their talents to do absolutely ludicrous things so they can go home. Let's take it easy, because if you really let loose, I'm pretty sure we'll end up destroying this world. Now, even though the story is a bit rushed, it's still a good manga to read. You have overpowered main characters in different fields, you have kingdom building, and tons of action. Without a doubt something you need to read, not only for the amount of chapters, because it does have quite a lot, but also because it's intriguing to think about what 7 geniuses are going to do next. Now guys, this is the top 10 Isekai Manga part 6. Did you find any manga that you haven't read yet? Did you like it? If this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.